What's up, everybody? It's Mickey here, and we're moving on to the part of the course where we speak about gamma. And most retail traders think, okay, gamma, cool. This is the next price that the delta will move if the underlying moves $1, and that's all they learn. But let's back it up a little bit. So far, we learned that a call option is cheaper than the underlying stock. It is possible to buy more calls and hence gain more exposure to the stocks for the same amount of capital. Way more bang for your buck, leading you to reallocate more funds elsewhere. People who buy call options, they profit when the stock goes up, most of the time. However, someone needs to sell them these calls, and this is why we need to pay attention to gamma, and which we know is the business agenda of the market maker, right? The market maker who sold these calls, they take the other side of the trade, the inverse side of the trade that we take, and hence will lose money if the stock goes up. But they do not position themselves to speculate, right? They hedge, in other words, to manage this directional risk. And to do that, they usually buy the underlying shares. So we want to buy a call, they have to sell us a call. Now, if the stock goes up, they lose money, right? So in order for them to protect themselves from the risk of losing money because the stock went up, they have to buy underlying shares, right? And this way, in case the stock does go up, they gain on their shares. That will offset their losses on the call options that they sold to us, right? Making their overall exposure neutral, which is exactly where they want to be. And the more call option people buy, the more the market maker needs to hedge, and the more shares of the underlying stocks that they need to buy, driving price further up. Now, due to the nature of option contracts, the higher the stock price goes, the more shares the market maker needs to buy in order to hedge their existing options exposure, right? Thus, pushing the price of the underlying even higher, potentially triggering the need to rebalance our hedge again by buying even more shares. This is something called the gamma squeeze, and is related to the way options are hedged from the market maker side. Let's look at GameStop during this part of this section. The three main factors causing GameStop to shoot to the moon there was extreme high short interest, which we'll cover in the fundamental part of the course, which resulted in a short squeeze, which we'll also cover in the fundamental part of this course. And once the stock took off, and the short squeeze is what led the stock to take off, right? Then number two, the popularity and the hype around GameStop on social media. GameStop was at $4, and nobody realized the high short interest due to it and got a following of people buying call options, right? And we all know where that led, right? And then the third thing that made GameStop rocket is the gamma squeeze caused by the options head activity, which forced market maker to pile in on stocks. This is the intro to gamma. Enjoy, because it's about to get fun. And it's the whole reason I use Delta to teach you basic hedging procedures. All right, hang on.